This video is going to show you how to use this laser distance meter. These things are available online for 20 bucks and up. This one's one of the cheaper ones, but it does a lot of amazing things for what it is. It can do a lot of things that a simple tape measure could never do. This one goes to 80 meters. They have them starting at 40 going all the way up to a couple of hundred, but I don't know how accurate they are at those long distances, but I'll show you a little bit about this one and how accurate it is at short distances. Okay, the read button in this one turns it on. Some of them call it a measure button. You have to press it a second time to get the laser on. I don't know if you can see it there. There it is. Okay, and a third time we'll take a measurement. Okay, and that measurement is to the door over there, which is about 5 feet, 4.5, 5 feet, which is in this case it says it's 1.648 meters. Now an explanation of what all the other buttons do. The units button tells you what units you can choose, and there's meters all the way to centimeters. There's inches and tenths, and there's inches and fraction, and there's feet, inches, and a fraction, and there's feet and hundredths, and then we're back to meters all the way up to millimeters, 1.648. So that's a pretty good choice there. All the units you could probably ever use. Alright, now the plus and minus buttons are, they have a couple of two different functions actually. The plus button, you can get a length, press the plus button, get another length, and it will add them together. The minus button, you get a length first, then you press the minus button, get another length, and it will subtract the second from the first. Okay, this one that looks like a cube here is pretty self-explanatory. It's area or volume measurements or calculations. If you measure a length and a width, it will calculate the area. If you measure a length, width, and height, it will calculate the volume. And it will calculate in either cubic feet or cubic meters. Even if you measure it in inches, it'll still just do cubic feet into hundredths. This one doesn't do cubic inches. Some of the more expensive ones probably would. So that's pretty self-explanatory. This here button tells you whether it's measuring from the back of the unit or the front. Right now it's set to measure from the back. If I press it, now it's measuring from the front. So I like to measure from the back. I'll tell you why in a minute. Okay, so let's do a measurement from here to the door with a tape measure. Okay, so we're going to do an accuracy test now. I have a tape measure over to the door, pulled out to 6 feet, and that's this mark right here. I've got the back end of this unit lined up as close as I can to the 72-inch mark. So let's turn the laser on and press it again to get a reading. There it is, 72.0. Okay, that's great. I'm glad it's accurate in the 6-foot range anyway. Okay, so we're going to do the first mode of the Pythagorean calculations here, which is just if you know the horizontal part of the triangle and the hypotenuse or the angle part, it'll calculate the vertical part, which in this case I'm going to measure the door from the bottom to the top, which means I'll first have to aim the laser at the top of the door, take a reading, aim the laser at the bottom of the door along the floor to get the second horizontal reading, and it'll calculate the height of the door. So let's do it. Okay, we're going to measure the top of the door. Alright, hold it as still as I can right there. Yeah, we got a reading. Okay, the bottom of the door. A little bit more lower there. Okay. let's leave it in meters, okay, because it's a little more accurate. It goes all the way out to millimeters. And what we have is 1.949 meters. Okay, so let's see what that is in inches, and then we'll convert and see how accurate it is. We're going to get an actual measurement of the door now. See if we can confirm the accuracy of this thing. Okay, I'm going to hook it in there. Okay, so we got 76 1/8 inches on the reading. So let's try putting that in here, 76.125, and divide that by the number of inches in a meter, 39.37, and the amount you get is 1.9335787, or 1.93, close enough. Let's say 1.93. Oh, okay, so we got 1.933 by the measured result, and the calculated result was 1.949 meters, for a difference of 16 millimeters, a little over ½ inch. Well, considering the unsteadiness of my hand and the fact that my aiming could be a little off, that's not too bad. If you wanted real accurate measurements, you'd have to have this thing on a tripod, and it would have to be a special tripod where the pivot point was the back of the machine, or in some cases, some of these machines have an option to measure from the midpoint of the machine so that there'd be no parallax. Because I tried it on my photographic tripod, not thinking about that, and the result was way off, and I was wondering why. And then I looked at it and realized that as I aimed up, the whole thing moved backward by about 1 inch. And then as I aimed down, it moved forward by about 1 inch, and that threw everything off. So you have to have a special tripod if you want to do accurate measurements for these Pythagorean calculations. So all in all, I would say that it's very accurate for simple distance measurements. But if you were going to use it professionally, or if you wanted extremely accurate results on the triangular calculations, you'd have to get a special tripod for it, and probably get a more expensive unit that is able to measure from the middle of the unit, where it could pivot from the middle. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you learned something. That was enjoyable to do. Thanks.